Hello, and welcome to Tardy Productions. My name is Aaron, and this is the second most expensive piece that I've ever bought for my motorcycle. And while this part may be very small,
it is mighty.
welcome to Tardy Productions. My name is Aaron, 1/2, 50%. This is a 2014 Yamaha Bolt. When it started, it looked like this. And if you guys haven't been keeping up with us, this is the current state of it. We've done exhaust, rear shocks. I'm gonna get a new pair of rear shocks really soon. We made a custom air intake. Let's see if I can get a better angle on that. Ooh, look at that, so beautiful, sleek. Handlebars, risers, hand controls, headlight. Now we're starting to get rather close to finishing this. Oh yeah, the tank, what am I talking about? We did the tank. I forgot all about the tank. Oh, so fancy. Now a big problem we're facing right now is I don't have a tail light. I don't have turn signals. I don't have anything, and this is being held on by a, it's ugly, it's terrible. The back end of this bike is atrocious. The front end of this bike, we've cleaned up so much. Moving right along, the task at hand today is the rear section of this bike. It's just terrible. We have to get rid of that. Let's do it. Oh my gosh. So our first order of business is gonna be getting this plate holder off. One. Alrighty, so this right here was the bracket that was holding it on. It came off the stock. I don't actually know where this bracket came from. If you recognize this, leave it down in the comments, but I can't remember what this came off of. Maybe the Honda Rebel or maybe the stock. That's not gonna do. This right here, my friends, let's open it up. This is a Custom Dynamics license plate holder. It's got turn signals, a tail light, a brake light, the other turn signal. You see, the reason I chose this one is because with everything included, turn signals, tail light, brake light, for the amount that I was gonna spend on all that stuff, I was like right around $30, $40 of this, and I was like, this is so much cleaner, and I've always wanted it, and I don't know. We're gonna find out if it fits though, because I have no idea, and like the wiring is definitely made for a Harley. It's designed for a Harley. It's okay, we put Harley parts on metric bike. First we gotta get this little hunk of junk off here. Just give it a little tug. Whatever this is, rip that out. And now we got this beautiful gaping hole in our fender. Alrighty, so after a couple hours of working through this and then eating a couple donuts and then accidentally falling asleep, we're back. I had some help from Josiah, thank you very much. The other half of Tardy Productions, I would not have been able to do this without you. Each one of these represents the plug. So what I mean by that is this stock plug that plugs into the wiring harness for the OEM. So we got our brake light plug, tail light plug, left turn signal, right turn signal. So we're gonna have a black wire leading from it, a blue wire, and a yellow wire. Your black wire is gonna go black to black, it's ground. Your blue wire is gonna go orange, that's gonna be your running light. And then your yellow wire is gonna be your brake light, and that's gonna lead to red. Orange and red are gonna be coming from this thing right here, which is this. It comes in the kit. So you got the orange and the red. Both of those are gonna go down and they're gonna lead to the red coming from the plate. Next we got our tail light plug. This is gonna have two wires coming from it, a black and a blue. That's gonna lead black, of course, to ground. And then you're gonna have a white wire running from the plate, and that's gonna lead to your blue wire. Moving right along with our turn signal, we're gonna have our turn signal. It's gonna be our green wire, and that's gonna look like this right here. So on this one specifically, it's got green, so I just wrote down green. Regardless, left turn signal, purple wire, right turn signal, brown wire. That's all you really need to know, and that's gonna be the purple wire and the brown wire running from the plate. Zoom out so you guys can get a full shot of that. Screenshot it if you're doing the wiring. If you buy this kit, I don't know. Found this piece of metal and these two tabs were bent up. I hammered them down. But what I'm gonna do is I put this gasket or this spacer back on here. I'm gonna drill a hole right here, a hole right here, and a little hole right there as well. I'm gonna mount the license plate to these two holes, and this hole up here are gonna have spacers, and I'm gonna lock it down on there. You know what? I'm not gonna mess up my workbench. Boom. And just like that, we got it on the bike. So you got a screw holding it, or a bolt holding it up there, a bolt holding it up there. It really is locked in there, and I haven't even tightened this down with a wrench, but like the only thing wiggling is the actual gasket, which is perfect, which is exactly what I wanted. Leaves this hole wide open for me to run wire through, which is perfect, and this whole monstrosity is gonna be covered up, so it doesn't really matter, you're never gonna see it. I'm gonna paint this black real quick, For moments like this that I keep all of these. I keep all the brackets, metal pieces, little things that I find, workout equipment, whatever I can get, and I keep it because you never know when you're gonna need a fitting. I mean, look at all the fittings I've taken off of Yamaha bolts. Super fast update. Painted the license plate, the back of it, not the front of it, don't worry. Camera's about to die, painted the bracket. This is all set up to be wired. I just didn't want to wire it until this was all finished up. I gotta clean up a whole mess. I'm gonna put the bike back to normal, and then tomorrow we're gonna hook this all up. So I'll see you in about 2 seconds. So we painted the license plate, the bracket, now it's onto the wiring. So I have these solder things, they're like heat shrink and solder in one. And I've used them on a few things, and I've actually had a lot of people say that they loved them, and I've liked them too. So we're gonna use those. And then the only other thing we're gonna be using is a little bit of heat shrink. So let's get to wiring. Good morning also. So I'm gonna start by connecting, actually I'm gonna start by kind of measuring out what I need to do, because what I don't wanna do is I don't wanna have too much wire left over, and I also don't wanna snip everything too short. So let's start with the brake light. Like it says on the paper, we're gonna have a blue wire, a yellow wire, and a black. Black is gonna be ground. This is going to be when you press your brake, it's gonna light it up brighter, and then brighter. And then this blue one is going to be your running light. So I went ahead and just saved you the time of watching me carefully do wiring. Either way, what I've done, because I don't have buttons for turn signals right now, I've just capped off the ends for the turn signals, but I grounded them out so that way I can just hook them up to the correct side. So let's get this last one done, and then we're gonna hook it up to the bike. So as you can see, wiring is just tedious. It's just a tedious thing to do. There's no way around it. You just gotta get excited about it, I guess, because you're gonna be doing it. Slide the heat shrink over top. So everything's all hooked up. It looks like a monstrosity right now. Just wait till we hook it up to the bike. The only thing that I didn't film, and it was just because it was kind of on the fly, avoid the wiring being ripped like what happened when I did my roll and burnout, was I put a plate here. This is all tucked to the side, and this is the OEM wiring. But yeah, that plate will hopefully avoid a good amount of the, you know, just stuff that hits this. And all my wiring is up underneath it, if you can see right there. So it's not airtight or anything. It's just gonna avoid, you know, all the crap flying off my tire, rubber and whatnot. I haven't been this excited about wiring ever, because wiring sucks and I'm terrible at it. I am stoked on this though. I'm tired. I'm Aaron. This is Tardy Productions. I'm out. Dang, tools never work right. Oh, I just cut over my thumb for that shot. The things I do for YouTube.